I'm Richard Lewis reporting for cadred.org. I'm here with one of the biggest names in League of Legends. It's Alex from Moscow 5. And what I want to talk to you about, first of all, just the first game against LOL. It seemed at one point you were getting a bit heated, but it was really an easy game for you. But you guys seem to be a little bit, in the second game, stressed out. Can you tell us what was going on after you won so comfortably in the first?
It's like in the second game, we decided to swap the lanes. Like sometimes to do it, sometimes not, and we saw that like solo Jax is worse than solo Yorick, and like it should work really well. And like Graves Eric is kind of strong lane against like Nunu Corki, so we will just swap and it will go better. But then like our team got overconfident and dived top, so Udyr got fragged. Then Darren didn't hold the tower, stick at the tower and went forward when it was timing of Udyr coming and got 3-man ganked and killed. Then we kinda came back, but like we tried to steal the blue buff when we know that they could come, and I got killed. Genji shot back, and they started doing nurture, and 2 of our teammates died there. So we got to like stall around, waiting for the nurture end, like losing I think 3 towers in this time. So we got pretty behind, but still Kassadin wasn't the threat, and Udyr wasn't too. So it's like it was only Graves who was fed, but like he couldn't do much alone.
Well, I watched the first game completely from start to finish. I couldn't believe some of their picks for heroes, and I know we were just talking about this, but like Evelynn mid and Nunu solo top, which it just seemed to be so bizarre. I didn't know if they were trying to get inside your heads or whether they were just having a bit of fun, but you said that could potentially work, just not against your heroes.
It's like Evelynn is really good against passive heroes like Morgana and stuff. She can just like come behind the creeps and queue you around and you can't do anything. And then she just like pushes the lane because she got advantage and roams around because wards doesn't help. And like so they got like killing bottom lane with Nautilus gank and Evelynn gank. So they wanted like 4-man all the time bottom lane. And the top lane is Nunu. Like Nunu is really good against almost all the heroes with no sustain, with no like HP regen. It can really work really well against the Jax, Aurelia for example, but like it's not the hero against Yorick, it's not the hero against magic heroes. It's like I don't think that it would work against Rumble too, because like magic heroes are a real threat for Nunu.
And let's talk a little bit about your play, the man in the middle, the aggressive Gragas. It just seemed to really dominate mid. Were you surprised in the second game that they didn't ban it because you played it so well in the first?
I was surprised, not about the ban, I was surprised they didn't pick it. To be honest, Shushay, it's like I still stole the hero from Shushay. I mean, I watched him play, and like after Gragas buff of E, no one played him. But like Shushay played one game, and I understood that this hero is OP, it's like broken. Yeah. And like, for example, you can watch IPL every game with Gragas, I think it was one, like Wild Total, running around with Gragas and like owning everyone. So it's like one of my best champions at the moment, I think.
Yeah, we're looking really strong. There's an opportunity for you to maybe resume your rivalry with CLG.EU here. Just to give people a bit of the history in case they don't know, obviously there was DreamHack where they had the better of you, and then I believe you met them again at, was it another IEM, I think, and you had the better of them there, so kind of a 1-1 draw. Have you given much thought about beating them here, or does that not enter into your mind?
It's like, I think we are thinking more about advancing to the finals. I mean, you need to advance to the final first before the winning. It's like there is a chance that we won't even meet them if we like advance to the finals and they will lose to SK, or like we lose to Fnatic and then they win. So we're just like playing the games we play now. We're concentrating on the next games, not on the rivalry.
Do you see yourself as the strongest team here? Because I think a lot of people do. A lot of people are saying you're the clear favourites. How do you feel?
It's like, you know, we're one of the strongest teams, but you will never say that you're the strongest before you win.
But seriously, I mean, do you feel in really good shape? I mean, you've dominated kind of the scene for so long. You've been at the top pretty much since you burst on at IEM Kiev. You know, do you guys feel like you can sustain that you can be one of the great teams in this game?
we got everything for this. It's like we just need to think more, train more, and like if you got the first place, you need to keep it. It's like it's easy to take first place, but it's not easy to keep it.
I want to ask you about the Koreans that are coming into League of Legends, because obviously hugely popular in Korea now. Have you had a chance to play against any of the teams?
No, we had no chance, but watching them, it's like I think Azubu teams are kinda strong, maybe Startail, Nigel Sword, but still like we'll watch CLGU playing them and then we'll make some decisions about that. Now we feel like CLGU is better than Korean teams.
I don't know if you saw like maybe the play style of Blaze. Is that something? Because when I first watched you guys play, I kind of saw a few similarities. The way you would aggressively go to take towers and some kind of similarities in style. I mean, would you relish the opportunity to play a Korean side just to kind of show them who the boss of that style is, or is it just something that you don't really care where the nationalities are? It's just play whoever comes up.
I just play whoever comes up, and still like our styles is completely different because it's like Koreans like running around the map all the time trying to push the turrets. Like their main objectives are the turrets, and we're more focused on the jungle of the enemy and on dragons. So we can mix up like something like Dignitas and our style, and they mix up something like CLGNA and our style. So it's kinda different.
You've got a very good chance of qualifying for obviously the Season 2 kind of finals, right? And that's pretty much in the bag. You guys haven't competed in America before, so are you excited about that, the prospect of going to America for the first time?
We're not excited that much. It's like the only our problem can be like jet lag, because it's like my health, for example, is not that good lately, so that can be really painful for some of us. But still, I think that we will come like maybe 1-2 days earlier to adapt to the climate and all the stuff. And the thing is, I really would like to see the scene. I think it should be really huge and like should be a really good show. So I'm more excited about that, but not like America. I mean, it could be even in Europe, but like the show that it will be cool.
In terms of travel, I know you obviously do get to travel a little bit, but occasionally being a Russian side, problems with visas, all sorts of stuff can crop up. Does that get a little bit frustrating? Do you ever kind of feel a bit held back, or people are prejudiced against you and stuff, like it's hard to get in to compete at tournaments, or have you really not experienced as much of that as some other Russian esports stars have?
It's like we got the Moscow FAF organization. It's pretty like it's a long time of the organization, and like they know how to do it. They know how to make visas and all the stuff. So there is not much problem for us going somewhere.
Well, I want to ask you a little bit about the organisation before we move on to the final questions. There have been a lot of rumours going around, and I know this is a difficult question, so I apologise in advance. There's been rumours about managers being taken and being involved with some weird dealings. There's been rumours that they might have to shut down. All sorts of stuff going around because they've released a few teams and things like that. As a Moscow 5 representative, probably is one of the biggest names on the books. What can you tell us about inside the organisation right now? Do these things bother you?
It doesn't affect a League of Legends team. It doesn't affect the Dota team that much. It's like it only affected, I think, Counter-Strike team because it was disbanded after it, and maybe like some people were kicked out of organization because of no salary. But like that doesn't affect us, and like we're keeping winning, we're keeping doing our job. So it's like I can't give any other information.
No, that's fine. I knew it was a shot in the dark. So let's get back to brighter questions. Obviously, right now, I think League of Legends is looking great. It's got a bright future, huge numbers watching it, huge prize money involved. So Season 3's been announced, and it's bigger and better. But there are some things that the players don't like, and there are some things that the players do like. And it's not always the same. Some players like some things that other ones don't like. What about Season 3 excites you? And what about Season 3 gets the thumbs down?
It's like, Season 3 is really exciting, but like, I didn't see like huge minuses of the Season 3. It's like, I still don't like some kinds of things like happening right now. For example, it's like every 2 weeks new hero, and that's not really good for, I mean, competitive scene. It's good for like casual players. It's good for something like that, but it's like for advertisement, but not for professional players, because it like changes every week and you need to adapt. And some teams begin to shine because of this, and some teams go down. And it's like, for example, maybe it's not like the best meta for Curse. Maybe they are losing because the heroes changed. Like, and this is the main problem.
Do you not think that's one of the great things about League of Legends, though? I mean, as a spectator, it's always changing. Like you say, 1 week a hero can be, like you say, broken, overpowered, dominate a game. He gets nerfed, and then the whole meta changes. And for me, that's one of the reasons why it's such a great esport. But is it tough on players, really? Do you have to work that hard to stay on top of it?
It's like that's the reason. Like some teams come from nowhere, and some teams disappearing. Like because of the something new always happening. And sometimes it's good, sometimes it's not. Like for really old teams, that can be not really good because they are usual for some play style, and then it's like they don't really want to change because, like, for example, Fnatic won a lot of the games with like double AP and some stuff like that, and then it totally changed, and they couldn't win anything for a long time. So they got to like kick some players that couldn't adapt. That's the problems for some players.
So was there anything specific to Season 3 that maybe you didn't like the look of? I know obviously you love your spectacles, you love the prize money, that goes without saying as well. But was there anything that you didn't like? I mean, some people didn't like the thing about transfers and that kind of thing that they were trying to do. Is there anything in particular that stood out to you? You thought maybe I don't like that so much?
No, I didn't hear anything about some transfers, so I can't say about that.
Okay, well, you know, just all rumours at this stage, probably insider info. But you know, there's been lots of kind of. I think what they're trying to do is make it a bit more closed. You know, so it's a self-contained kind of season, kind of like we've seen with things like Championship Gaming Series in the past, that kind of thing. Rather than it being open and, you know, people can compete at tournaments that aren't kind of licensed, if you like. I think that's kind of one of the things that was being looked at as part of the Season 3, you know, revision. If that were to be the case and it was to kind of become a bit more self-contained, even if the financial rewards were there, would that bother you?
No, I think that it will be like, at least what I heard of Riot, like some like it will be concentrated on the region, and then it will be some kind of the games between the regions. So still like top teams of the regions are competing with each other. It's like it's not that bad. I mean, you can always train with other teams, I think, in skirmishes. So it's like, and I think you will still have an ability. I'm not sure about, the only thing I don't like that maybe you will have no time to go for Korea to train, for example. And like Koreans with their like training style and training schedule can get ahead. But still, it's not like that huge reason.
Well, CLG.EU obviously have been out there and done that. Is it something that you are going to do, like go out to Korea? Because that seems to be kind of the spiritual home of esports. It's where everyone goes to get better. Do you have any plans, maybe after this, to get out to Korea?
We still think about it. It's like we're not sure, so I can't say that we will go there. But like, if the Season 3 starts, for example, in January, maybe we will go to the next season of OGN, why not?
Okay, well, it's great to talk to you finally. I know we had a brief conversation at the previous World Championships, so it's good to finally get you on camera. Thanks a lot for taking the time to talk to us. Best of luck for the tournament. Oh, you want to do some shout-outs? Okay, we don't usually do these. Go for it.
Okay, I want to say thank you to Moscow 5 organization, to BenQ and MSI for supporting us and helping us. And I want to congratulate my girlfriend with happy birthday.
Now I understand why.
Yeah, and like I want to tell thank you to all our fans watching us.
Okay, well, happy birthday, and thanks very much again. To all the people out there, do follow Moscow 5's progress to the final. I'm almost certain they're going to be in it. By following the website, cadred.org, we're going to bring you more coverage from the Intel Extreme Masters Cologne Gamescom 2012.